That's all they say here in the office. You go, oh, hey, I'm here for the interview, and they're like, YAWP! YAWP, 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 YAWP. And what, does that you want me to sit there? YAWP! Okay, that's obviously what's going on. Can I get a coffee? YAWP, 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 YAWP! Okay, fine, I'll get one after.
We're going to be having a bit of talk about musical comedy.
Oh, I love a bit of musical comedy. I love it.
Have you always been a very musical person?
Yes,
Andy?
yes. I was in a prog rock sort of / polka act. We used to sort of just like play this really hardcore sort of prog rock, but you know that really smart assy kind of like riffs that were like prog rock polka. Yeah, we called it polka.
What did you play in your prog rock?
I played propolis. I played piano, accordion, and the harp.
And the harp.
There was one song that we had where I would just run across the stage. There was like a harp at one side of the stage, and I would run just and dive and just run my head along the side of the harp.
Did that hurt?
No, I did bleed a lot, but it was kind of, you know, back in the days where rock and roll, you know, Alice Cooper was biting the heads off chickens. I was smashing my face into the side of a harp.
Currently you're working a lot with Sammy J. You're doing a lot of music with him. Was it a very intentional decision to include music in your act?
Well, he's a musical comedian. So, I mean, he can't do anything else. Can't tell a joke to save his life. Can't write a joke to save his life. The only reason he does musical comedy is because at the end, people are forced to applaud. Because when a song ends, you got to go, he played a song. So I just sort of ran out of ideas for jokes. So I thought I'd sort of attach myself to him. And then that way, I'd at least get some applause.
Right.
Because every time a song finished, people just do the sheep.
I'm the last person advertising in the yellow pages. I don't know what the deal is, I've been doing it for ages. But now I find I'm left behind and every page is bare. 2,000 yellow pages, and I'm the only ad that's there.
What do you think inspired your music?
What do you think inspired?
I don't know, Randy. I'm not you.
What inspired what?
What inspired your musicality? What made you a musical person?
My grandfather played the violin.
Oh,
I
really?
found that out recently when I cleaned out the shed and found all these old music books. Lots of sort of, it's a long way to Tipperary. That kind of sit around the violin on a Sunday afternoon. The whole family would gather and he'd just regale them with tales of the old country. Frankston. I'm strutting around Hipsterville, drinking coffee and trying desperately to grow a beard to go with all of my tattoos.
How's the beard coming along?
When you're ready to... That's me trying to push a beard out. Never works.
What colour would it be if the beard did?
Oh, what colour do you think it would be?
I don't know.
Probably orange. It'd probably be a ginger. You'd probably have a big gingery beard. You know what I like about writing songs with Sammy J? Is he's actually quite good on the piano. And so I can just stand there and go, no, play it better, or change that, or that's not funny, or make it better, you idiot, you stupid bastard, you shit. And he just keeps going. Look, if we're going to be serious for a minute, we've all got something in the human psyche, right, that relates, or at least can, I don't know, you get drawn in by music. You know, it does something to your heart, it does something to your soul, it does something to your brain, to your mind. And so when you do musical comedy, it's almost like manipulating your audience into feeling an emotion that they otherwise wouldn't feel if they were just watching someone tell a joke. Hey Sammy, hey Randy, what's doing? Something funny, end of song. If you hit the right chords, and this has been scientifically proven, some chords just create different emotions, right? So we have this whole, as musical comedians, you've got this whole set of tools that you can use in order to fuck with your audience, to make them feel a certain way. And if you hit those marks, they'll come back and they'll buy more tickets to your show. So it's almost Anthony Robbins-esque in its psychological manipulation. You know my favourite spectator sport? Queue rage. Yeah. Just watching people standing in queues losing their fucking minds. Oh, it's great! just just boiling on the inside. I'm just gonna go down here for a bit. Look at that. Check that out. Pac-Man.
Do you find it hard to play musical instruments yourself?
I play the harmonica.
Yeah.
And which is fine. I'm okay with that. Just and I play the mandolin.
The mandolin?
Yes. And as I mentioned earlier, I play the harp with my face. So, do what I can.
What are some of your musical influences, Randy?
I like metal.
What kind of metal?
I like hardcore, thrash, grindcore kind of metal. I Damaged. They were from Ballarat. They were a sick band from Ballarat. That kind of stuff. There's a hardcore band called King Parrot who are from Melbourne. They're currently touring around the States, doing very well.
Yeah.
And they're very much like... I went and saw a band at Cherry Bar the other night called Child. Hard, just, fat, stoner, sludge riffs. I was standing up the front, and they normally play as a three-piece, but they had an extra guitarist, and I could feel it in my spleen. It was like,
Thank you.
Oh! Bless you for having me on your thing. Where's this go? Does it go on the tally?
No,
Is
sorry,
this live?
Randy. We've had a discussion about this before. It doesn't go on the telly.
Oh, crap.